I'm Davey.
I'm Misty.
DMWATS.
Unscripted.
Unedited.
Unapologetic.
Anyway,
Let's get it.
3, 2, 1. What's going on, everybody? I'm Davey.
I'm Misty.
And welcome to another episode of DMWATS Podcast, people. Let's go ahead and get into it, get started. Crypto.com is where you guys can find our NFTs. Look under the name. What was that?
Sorry, no, keep talking.
Okay. Crypto.com is where you can find us. Was it a bit high?
Yeah, I just
okay.
needed to adjust everything.
Oh, good. Under Misty, check out the NFTs up there. Right? Make sure you do crypto.com/NFTs. Otherwise, you'll just go to crypto.com. So DMWATSpodcast.com. Also, you can find us on all the streaming services. Spotify. Look, all I'm saying. Y'all know what it is.
You know, final offer.
Yeah, I'm saying.
2 million.
Yeah, that I don't understand.
We'll stop.
Well, yeah, 2 million. That's all we said.
That's all you gotta do. I don't understand.
Yeah. Doge, AMC, Shiba, and about that same time of life. If y'all hadn't seen what's been going on with Shiba, woo. And all I can also say is keep your fingers crossed because Saitama, take a look. And Nisa says hello somewhere around here. Okay, she's not pooping or something like that. Yeah, she's chilling now. So anyway, hey, we are back, and we can say we've been getting into another show. It's what is it, 1883? Oh my goodness, 1883. Here's the thing. Paramount Plus, add that to the list, right, of all your 8,000 streaming services
and at
that you
this
already
point,
get.
We're paying more than cable.
Yeah, at this point, we're paying more than cable for all these different streaming services.
Ass.
Yeah, I'm telling you, but 1883, man, that show is freaking amazing. Sam Elliott, Tim McGraw, and Faith Hill, they all three give ridiculous performances in there.
And yeah,
it really is going on. So if you guys get a chance, go ahead and check out 1883. It's on Paramount Plus. You get a 7-day free trial, so take that what you will. This is binge watch. You got 7 days to binge watch it all.
It's good,
but it's really good.
We're getting to catch up on our Evil because they've taken Evil away from us on
the other
ABC
show called Evil. We can't help it, man. It's pretty good.
It's just we're getting we're caught up. We're getting caught up on that.
Yeah. So go ahead and take a look at that.
So
and check that stuff out. But anyway, so other than that, it wasn't a bad day.
No, it was a very good day. Look at my headband.
Yeah, take a look at the headband.
Look at my headband, my head wrap. It's Nightmare Before Christmas. And my amazing sister-in-law surprised me. I got something in the mail today. I was like, I didn't order anything. And he's like, babe, what'd you order? I was like, I didn't order anything. And I got this amazing head wrap. And I got this bag. Look at the bag.
So we have to say thank you, Carrie.
Thank you, Carrie.
We appreciate
we also have to say hi, Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. And Annette. Hey, Jean. He's there too.
She gave me
hi,
Jean.
Okay, all right. That's the
Sorry,
only one saying
I
it.
miss you.
I said it first. And so I'm saying, hey, Jean.
The weirdness between you and my brother.
Whatever. Hey, Jean.
But anyways, if you would like a head wrap like mine and this awesome bag that already has all my makeup in it, she sent it from this shop. And it's a small shop that's on Etsy, and it's called holdingacesonline.com is where you can go to get this very cool headband. And she has a lot of other cool stuff. And what had happened was she had shipped to everywhere except like 7 states. And so Carrie was like, I'll take care of that. And sent me these gifts, which it was so sweet.
And so we're really happy about that.
And I'm loving the material. I'm digging it.
Exactly. It's pretty nice.
I just had to promote that because I love small businesses.
Pass me the bag so we can give our dogs treats.
Small businesses are the bone.
Yep.
And
support
the
your small business
of our community.
Absolutely. Support your small businesses. Yeah, I mean, but check it out. It's the wife's turn to pull the fishbowl topic. We got a slew of more fishbowl topics in there now. So
that's why I'm not looking so that I'm not like looking. Oh, I got an eyeball. Hold on.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
What do you got?
She's twirling it around, and so it's this okay, so this is one of the old ones. It's not one of the new ones that we put in there. The new ones is just all white papers. So these are the
so that's why I wasn't looking. I didn't pick it. It was a colored paper.
Okay, what we got? So
capital punishment for children. That's all it says. Capital punishment for kids.
Yeah. So for some reason I thought we did this, or maybe we talked about it in another one.
I think we
talked about it. I don't know if we actually did this one. So
I don't think we did.
All right, keep it in traditional things like whatever, F it, let's do this. So here we are. Capital punishment for children.
Pro or con?
Yeah, pro or con. So
no, I'm asking you.
Oh.
For or against?
I'm definitely for it. So
all for it.
All for it. I have to say this. Look, when it comes down to it, I mean, dare I say it, whoopings, spankings, backhands, whatever you want to call it.
Come to Jesus
meeting, what threats, all that good stuff. Here's the thing. Do you want your child's first threat to come from you, so he or she will know how to respond? Or do you want it to come from somebody that he or she has said the wrong thing to in the streets, and they respond the wrong way?
Real ass whooping.
There, exactly. Do you want me personally? I feel your child's first ass whooping should come from your parent. That's just me. It should, because you know they know. Okay, I ran my mouth, and this is what you can expect when you get out there in this world and you run your mouth to the wrong person. Now, oh God, to all the people who's like, shame on you, this and this and that. Y'all should be arrested for this and that. Let's get one thing straight. You can tell the people who turned out who didn't get ass whoopings when they were younger. Don't get me wrong. This is not a catch-all be-all. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it's about choosing your arguments, right? You can tell that little kid in the store that's acting out, that's swinging at his parent, or you know, just talk to them disrespectfully at like 9 and 10 years old, throwing temper tantrums on the ground.
Yeah, but there's a fine line there. I disagree. I don't believe that at all. Because I've met several people, and 20-something people and teenagers and on down, who were spanked, that I saw spanked or watched how they grew up, and they're still little shits.
Okay.
So I think it very much depends on the type of punishment.
Okay.
Is it excessive? Is it appropriate? Is there love behind it? There's all kinds of things. And then you've got to understand there are some kids that their brains are wired different.
Yeah.
And capital punishment it don't matter. Oh, good. You're going to spank me.
Yeah.
And
oh, wow. And
it's like the kids that, you can ground, take away devices. Yeah, okay, I'll do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. And
so it's a catch, because I've met people that I'm like, yeah, there was a spare the rod situation here.
Yeah.
But there really wasn't.
Yeah, well, and so I'll say this. When it comes down to things like that, and you have capital punishment situations, you know what I mean? Like, look, we all had times growing up. We all had times raising our own kids, those of us with children. Is it raising our own kids where it's just like, look, you lucky it's illegal to beat the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? You lucky. And even then, I
used to tell mine and Sarah, I am this close to calling the police on myself because I'm going straight child abuse, and they would stop.
Yeah, because it's.
I know that sounds horrible.
No, it sounds like a person that gets fed up. Like because here's the thing, we were certain ways when we were younger.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I see, our kids, when our kids are older now, but growing up, we were like, look, you little shits, you know what I mean, so on and so forth. But now that we see, we have kids with kids, and we see how our kids are with their kid, and it's like, she's getting on my nerves. I'm like, when mine calls and complains about her kids, this and that, and I don't know what to do, like, she's doing this. I said, well, this is the one I love. This is when it never fails either. This is when you remind them, like, well, you did all this when you were younger, and then you did this, you did this, and then I hear, Dad, I was only this year's old. So let's go ahead and push that to what you're complaining about right now.
Let's use that philosophy then on our own child.
Philosophy. So, but however, so let's examine that a little broader, right? Let's stay on a little broader. So, like, in this country now, capital punishment is viewed as, child abuse, especially now because kids know, they know already, look, I just call the police. But there are so many different things that they don't think about the ramifications of their actions when they start talking about, well, I just call the police.
Yeah.
I went through things with my kids before, like, one of mine wanted to go to the detention center. They wanted to go to, to
get away from you.
To get away from me, because they claimed I was so terrible. One of mine wanted to go to, what are they called? Halfway houses? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Whatever, they wanted to go there. And here's the thing, they get unruly after a while. So, when the police had to get involved, and the police like, look, you don't know how good you got it right now. And I'm not saying this, not everybody is like that, but the things that some kids are complaining about, their parents choose capital punishment for, like, you're complaining because I don't have the new iPhone.
Right.
And you're pitching the fit because I don't have the new iPhone.
Right.
I don't get to do this with my friends. Blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying?
A new car, or a new laptop,
or a new this,
the latest clothes,
you know, I can, you know what I mean? And so a lot of times, I'm not saying all the time, a lot of times when it comes to capital punishment, it's like you are so fed up with one, your patience is gone.
Yeah.
Two, your kid has said that one thing that you're like, oh, hell no. It's like, there's that one thing where it's like, hell no, here comes the backhand, and they never fast enough to dodge it. So, you know, but let's examine the why not, like the whole thing where they're like, you shouldn't. And I can say it can traumatize kids.
Well, yeah, I can. I mean, again, it has to be appropriate. It has to be, you know, there's a lot of things, you know, when you've gone too far.
100%.
And so, you know, there's a lot to it. And psychologists, well, you know, a lot of studying will say, a lot of research says that you should not after the age of 13. It is no longer appropriate because now they're going into a young adulthood. And that is not truthfully how the real world works.
Yeah.
If you mess up at work or you pop off, you're fired. You're not hit. So, you know, there's a lot to it, and it goes back and forth. You know, there's a lot. I'm a person of more patience, but not I guess with little kids, I feel like, and I'm talking about toddlers, you know, 2, 3, 4, right? If they're in danger, pop them on the butt. And I mean a pop. I'm not talking about a spanking. I'm talking about a pop on the butt.
Yeah.
You know, they do something or say something they shouldn't, after you tell them and explain to them why they shouldn't, if they continue to do it.
Right.
Soap in the mouth, a pop in the mouth.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Time out. There's other things you can do, but I am not one to sit there and go 1, 2.
I never agree with
3. Well, when are you going to stop counting? I'm very much, and we swing on 3.
Yep. I've heard a comedian that said that it was like that when I grew up. Like, I didn't have time out. I had times up. So,
yeah, too.
I didn't have time out. I had times up.
We knew it was too far. The look, like there was no sound, there was no words. The look and a swing.
Yeah,
there
like,
you go.
And I'm gonna tell you right now. And the thing is, you know, back in the day, we say back in the day, but like, you know, we'll say the 90s era. You know what I mean? In the 90s era, I heard that.
That was capital punishment in my mouth. That came out completely wrong. The ice cube, ladies.
Ignoring that one, I'm just going to keep moving on.
The ice cube popped.
Yeah, just don't even finish the sentence. Just
Anyways, capital punishment.
Oh, okay.
Scared the crap out of me. Yeah,
barely so.
I'm sorry, Lord.
But no, I forgot my train of thought. What I was actually saying.
I'm sorry.
I forgot what I was saying. But no, I have to say that when it comes to capital punishment, that's what I said. Like the 90s, growing up in the 90s, it was normal. It was normal, even like I will say, even in the 80s, for your uncles.
Oh, in the 80s, it definitely was.
And older brothers and cousins to do the capital punishment.
In the 80s. And beyond, well, yeah, I mean,
it was normal.
And then in the 70s, absolutely. Like it was normal for your neighbor.
Yeah.
Or your friend's mom.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
There was none of this. They corrected you.
Yeah.
And then they would call your parent or confront your parent and say, yeah, this is what I just did because this is what your kid did. And there was never a going after the adult then. No, it was then the kid's fault again.
And nowadays, so I have to go to the opposite route of that. Let's talk about why, you know, on the other side of capital punishment, you know, why I still feel like it should be done, because there are times when you just still install that respect early. I feel that you may, and not in every instance, but I feel instances at school would be a lot less, in my opinion. So it's like, remember there was a time when we were growing up, what the teacher said, the parents like, you're right. And they get on the kid.
Oh, sure.
Now your kid can go to school, curse the teacher out, swing on the teacher block it, and the teacher in trouble.
Well, you know, there used to be capital punishment in schools.
Yeah, I had it in Mississippi.
Yeah.
I used to get it in Mississippi.
That was a thing.
Shelby, Mississippi. The teachers used to powder you. And I don't know if they still do, but
I don't either. And in the South, I think so, but I don't know. But Catholic schools, I'm pretty sure they just stopped doing it. I don't
Really?
know, as far as like nuns, you know.
Yeah.
Thwack of the
Yeah.
ruler.
But see, you got to understand something. Like when it comes to capital punishment, you know, sometimes it's not. Sometimes people need it. Sometimes, like, let me tell you something. Sometimes a threat is just as big as capital punishment.
Absolutely.
Sometimes a threat of capital punishment works just as good as capital
enough.
punishment.
However, then there's times that if that threat has always been empty.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about more so like the kid that's never getting, like, that's always got the timeout. There's always you're gonna sit there and you're gonna wait. No, you're not getting it. Versus somebody, look here, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't sit your little ass
like
down.
I mean,
you know
what I'm saying? Yeah,
exactly.
Does wonders.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when it comes to that, you get somebody in there, you know, that it's like, because what I have to say is that when it comes to kids, it's different now. Like there was a time where
smarter.
Well, there was a time where like we said, the respect factor was there. Now you can easily go to a gas station and some little teenager, a whippersnapper, as they call it.
I just call him a snot.
Yeah, some little whippersnapper who just got out of school wants to come in there and act like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like what you gonna do, old man? Bruh.
I wish you would.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, that little ad lib, bruh, that came from probably an old man that was like,
I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna learn today.
Yep. You know, y'all think that Kevin Hart stuff you're gonna learn today is new. It's old. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna learn today. It's from the old folks. Like, bro, okay, so this is what you're trying. All right, bet.
I'm very much like, you know, I think there are limits. I think there are age ranges. I think there is appropriate and inappropriate. I think there's a fine line between correction and abuse. And I was watching the Janet Jackson documentary, and what she said, because it's no secret that
no secret about, was it Joe Jackson?
Mr. Joe Jackson went the way of
the belt,
Bing Crosby, and used to beat his kids. But like she said, but he also what? Sorry. This is the time. I know it was a very old reference.
Yeah, that was.
That
was. I'm telling you, we got it.
Okay.
We're supposed to be hip. You're supposed to be a new podcast. It was like,
they can learn.
Yeah, so nobody's gonna Google that. They're like, what the hell are you talking? These old folks changing
Bing
shit.
Crosby, you hear him every freaking Christmas.
Yeah.
He sang with David Bowie. Another reference. Look it up.
See?
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. We're losing listeners every time we mention those things.
Spotify, we're down to 1 million.
Get it? Spotify, do what you do. Come on now. But no, seriously.
What do I have to do? So anyways, what I'm saying is she said that yes, there was capital punishment. You know, there was spankings. But she said he also loved them and protected them. And she said that I'm paraphrasing, but I'm pretty sure what she said was spanking and strict and all of that in a house, discipline without love is tyranny. That's what she said.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that's true.
Oh yeah, huh?
Discipline
because I never spanked. I think one time I spanked out of just sheer fear and just I didn't know what was going to happen and I was so upset.
Yeah.
And I think, and I never did it again, because that's when I was like, no, this is, if I can't do it out of a correction and now I'm just doing it out of anger, there's an issue.
Yeah.
So,
but I feel that you're right there. Well, I mean, I know you're right there, because the thing is, like, when it comes to capital punishment, you can't go too far. Like when you get the police fighting kids malnourished, or how they used to punish kids, it's like, you should never punish a kid by not feeding them. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? They're like,
I never agreed with that.
That doesn't make any sense. It's like,
oh, you're mad at me? Here, eat
this.
No,
yeah, no dinner for you tonight. What? Okay, no.
Maybe no dessert.
Yeah, that I can understand. No dessert. You know what I'm saying?
No cookies.
Yeah, like, okay, but because that's a treat.
Yeah.
But, you know, no dinner. Like, come
that's
on, like, you're gonna go. You know what I'm saying? And like, but
kids need calories.
Yeah, but I also have to go the route. With some of these kids, they get overly, they get over the top when they what they view as abuse.
Yeah.
They took my iPad away. What? And you mean they took their iPad away because they paid for it?
Yeah.
This is like, you know, they took their iPad. They took my phone. No, they took their phone back.
You paying for it?
I was like, when the last time you paid the bill? Like, hey.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's limits. And I think everybody should, just be very careful about
100%.
it. And then they should also be talking to their kid or, whoever's kid.
Yeah.
And making sure that, they understand what they did and why this is happening.
Yeah, make your kid understand, because
you gotta talk to the kids. You do. It's really not anymore. And because I told you so. Now, if it's a dangerous situation,
it is,
and that's all you can say, then say, I will talk to you about it later. But right now it's because I said so.
Yeah.
But you owe them a conversation, because how else they're just going to grow up in fear and they're not going to learn anything.
Well, I guess, and so also when it comes to capital punishment, I obviously there are certain situations, right? Nobody wants to be, especially as a parent, nobody wants to be in public and being shown that you have no control over your child at all. Your child run things. Your child can do whatever he wants or she wants. Your child can say whatever he or she wants to you, no matter what stage it is, wherever it is. And it's like, okay, fucking no. You know what I'm saying? That's not, I'll leave your ass here, especially if you're grown. Bye. Figure it out. I'll be that in my car. You stay in here. You know what I'm saying? So, but, at the same time, like we said, the punishment has to fit the crime. Because no matter what, the discipline that you show in public is always the wrong type when it comes to the public. Doesn't matter. If you raised your voice, that's wrong.
Yep.
There's a definitely.
You gave him a look, it's wrong.
If you gave him a look, they fear them. They fear them. Look at that. This child could be on there kicking and stomping. He is even getting to the point where the good old fashioned, where the child is sitting there kicking and stomping, the parent just walks away. Deuces, you by yourself.
Yeah.
That's even looked at as abandonment, or how dare you treat your kid that way. No, it's like, what discipline is, well, if you just talk to them. Now, see,
we've gone from a country of trusting people to a point and trusting their opinion and respecting it, to thinking that nobody has the right to do anything and doesn't know what they're doing. And we've lost all respect for the parent and for the teacher and for, grandparents and neighbors. You can't even now, if a neighbor or a friend's mom calls you and says, hey, little Timmy is cussing and we don't allow that, and I'd like you to talk to him. And then you get cussed out for that. Yeah,
because then it's like, well, we don't care in this house.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, look, no. But if you want little Timmy to come back over here, you better start showing little Timmy how to care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But so
there's that. But I do, before I forget, I want to say something, baby. It hit me a few weeks ago. I was really contemplating. I do that a lot, especially when it comes to religious scriptures. I kind of sit with it. And one was bugging me, and you and I had been talking about it, and it was the whole spare the rod, spoil the child.
Yep.
And I'm like, there's just something that has never sat right with me.
Yeah, because people love to use that one.
They love it. That is the go-to.
Parents used to love to use the spare the rod, spoil the child.
I would have strangers say that to me, like if I, Devin and I had been having a bad day or whatever. And I give my kids shit. That's just what I do. I myself am sarcastic, but I'm like, here, you little shit. If, obviously he was a teenager, but it was just one of those, we're having a bad day, but we can still have a candy bar. It's probably why we're overweight. But my thing is, I've had people come up behind me and be like, spare the rod. No, why don't you go take that rod and shove it up your butt? And I was really kind of bothered by this. We'd been talking about it, and I started thinking about it, and I was like, but what is a rod? And what is the scripture above and below? And I started looking at it, and we both, we started talking about it and discovered that the rod is the guide. It's a shepherd's hook, and there's different parts of it. And part of a shepherd's hook is the rod. Yeah. And the rod is to guide. It's not to hit with. It's to guide. And I was like, oh my God.
But we also,
that scripture doesn't mean capital punishment. It means spare the rod, the guidance, spoil the child. And if you put it into that term, look at all these kids, because we all know, one. And do they have guidance in their life? And I mean true guidance. Here, you need to go here, and this is why, because this is where shelter is, this is where food is. Are they being taught something at home?
But that's okay. So I have to say this. That's also which is clearly another episode because it's in the fishbowl. We know because we put it there. Is when you take a scripture and just use it to your advantage. That's in the fishbowl. Trust me, that's coming. Yeah, because
Spotify.
Yeah, hey Spotify. Like we ain't going lower than 1 million. We said 1 million. I don't understand the problem. Yeah. But no, seriously, that's in there too. Like, look, you can't just take that scripture and use it at you're just to justify what you're doing.
Especially in the Bible Belt, we get it a lot.
We get it a lot. You know what I'm saying? We love when people try to talk to us about the Bible. We freaking love it. Like, okay, you're gonna spit one scripture, so tell me what it says above that and below that. Okay, so you only know that one thing. If
I'm not engaging with you, I'm an engager. If you're gonna engage with me on something and I'm not engaging with you, I think you're an idiot. I'm just gonna let that secret out right now.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going, oh really? Cool. Oh, I never thought about it that way. And I think you're an idiot.
Yeah. So that's
my secret.
Yeah. We never thought about that.
And that's what I do with a lot of people with religion.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You've obviously never picked up a Bible. You're a carrot Christian.
Exactly.
But that's not what we're talking about.
Yep. So
but I need people to think about that before they go say that.
Yeah.
Because that's not what the rod is.
Yeah. And so look, whether you agree with capital punishment or you don't, nobody can tell you how to raise your children. That's what it boils down to.
At times it's necessary. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, whether you believe it or not. Whenever your kids are being such little assholes, you're like, hey, you over there. Yeah, you, sir or ma'am, need your ass whooped. Yeah. So yep. And that's what it boils down to, whether you believe it or not. But hey, we're not here to judge either way. That's just our take on capital punishment.
But what do you think about capital punishment?
You guys know what it is.
Are you against it?
DMWATSpodcast@gmail.com. Y'all know where to find us at. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here and tell you, crypto.com is where y'all can find our NFTs. Crypto.com/NFT. I keep forgetting to say that.
Yeah.
Or search for Misty and it'll bring up all the NFTs. Crypto Cookie, Tumultuous Tiki. Love it. Love it.
You do.
I do love it. I love the new one.
Yeah,
I say I love the yin yang tiki. You got to look at that one. There's a yin yang tiki.
Yeah.
And there's what is it? Vaccine tiki.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I love that one.
I do love the yin yang.
The yin yang tiki
because it has ghost koi. Mm-hmm. It's really beautiful. Mm-hmm. And I was like, how did I even draw that?
It's pretty damn amazing.
It was pretty cool.
So anyway, DMWATSpodcast.com is where y'all can find us at too. All the streaming services, Spotify. We're not playing. We went to 1 million. I don't understand the problem. Holla at us.
1 million.
Holla at us. I say, hey, holla at us, Spotify. Stop playing around. So anyway,
and we will take our shit down. 1 million.
We'll take it down, or you're like, we want more, and that's fine. Then we go back up to 2, and we'll go from there.
I'm telling you, if you don't take this offer, I'm bringing Neil Young back. That's all I gotta say.
We got a little jokey joke there. Calm down. It's just a joke. These are the jokes, man.
Out.
These are the jokes, man. So
they're not good,
but they make us laugh. So catch us on all the streaming services. We still by that Doge AMC. Hey, check out Sheba and say Tama when you get a chance.
Yep.
Nisa says bye. And thank you. One more shout out, quick shout out before we get off.
HoldingAcesOnline.com.
Yep.
Cool head wrap.
Carrie, Jean, thank you guys for all the nice stuff. We appreciate you guys. Hey, look, so signing off for DMWATS Podcast. I am Davey.
I'm Misty.
And Davey's giving it like this. We are DMWATS. We'll catch you guys later, okay? See you next time.